The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Hump Day!
Hump Day.
You're looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside the Ford Center, the Star in Frisco, where, imagine that, it's 69 degrees. It feels like 69 degrees. The high today is 75 and the low tonight is 50.
How fitting. It's your birthday. 69 degrees on
and
hump
it's the
day.
head ball
and
coach
it's a hump
birthday.
day.
Perfect.
And the head coach ball.
What a great day.
Wow.
Happy birthday, Shannon.
Thank you. What a great day to be born and a great day to be alive. No better place I'd rather spend my birthday than with you two clowns.
I don't believe that.
Thank God Jesse ain't here, because that would have been a terrible, terrible birthday.
A shout out. That would have been a shout out.
What you got planned for this birthday?
I had back-to-back meetings from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock, and then I'm hosting a show at 7 o'clock up in Cowboys Club with Nate Newton, and Dat Wynn's going to be our guest. That's going to be fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's going to be a fun show.
Yeah, see what you did.
So, nothing but just business as usual on my birthday.
Are we saying how old here on your?
We can, 49 years old.
One away from the big
One
one.
away. The next one's going to hurt a little bit, so it'll be all right.
You 49?
I'm 49.
Nah, next one won't
49
hurt. You'll be
going
good.
on 14. So
In your mind, for
hopefully,
sure.
Wow.
hopefully I don't ever grow up.
And let me.
You don't look like
Did Jesse send in the shout outs?
Thanks. No.
Did you have any, Kurt?
You know, unlike me, when Jesse can't make the show, he just done with it.
Right.
He's over it. He doesn't do anything.
I
with
don't
the
see
show.
any shout outs on the.
Give him the Kurt, y'all. Make sure y'all. However this social media work.
Give him the Kurt.
Give him the Kurt. He can shout him out as the show
Hanging
goes
with the
on.
boys. Well, somebody will get it.
Somebody will get it.
You know, I sent a text to Derek Eagleton.
Oh.
You asked for
And,
a raise? Asked for a raise?
No.
11 an hour?
I don't deserve
Ask
a
him to
raise.
get our show
I
on
don't deserve
regularly?
a raise.
11 a show.
I
Did
don't
you get a
deserve
new phone?
No, I text him. I was over there with Douglas. What's his last name? Barrow?
Barraclough.
Oh, yeah. And
Sit in that man's office every day. Come on.
For the last 6 years.
I've been calling it Barrack Low for any answers. But anyway, and I'm listening to this show that comes on before us, right? Mm-hmm. With Nick Eatman and two or three other people in Eagleton and the young lady who loves the kickers.
Amber and Dave.
Yeah, Amber, who had a great quote last week. I don't care who you start on at the tackle as long as Dak is standing. Mm-hmm. And the little short LSU guy. And so I hear Bucky Brooks. I hear Bucky Brooks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he told me and you riding in the cart during training camp, I can't give him to you every week. Mm-hmm. But maybe 3 or 4 times during the year we're going to let you use it.
Here we are in week 8.
Yeah. And so we said, okay, the second week, definitely we could use him, just getting into the season. And then around about week 8 or 9, we could use him. Mm-hmm. And so I texted him and never got a text back. So maybe you can get a response from him.
He's selfish.
When it comes to Bucky Brooks. I mean, maybe Kurt can go in there and get a response from him.
No.
As serious as he takes this podcast competition, he ain't giving us no hint of any kind of slight edge on their show.
Okay.
So that's what it's about. Selfishness.
Right.
We're the selfless show on the network.
Oh, today is Wednesday?
It is.
Yeah.
Where's our shirts? Oh, for Danny.
Blame it on the birthday. We were thinking about the birthday.
He was thinking about what he was going to do to party.
Danny.
Sorry, Danny.
Sorry, Danny.
We'll have to get out here early so Danny doesn't see us not
Still
wearing
in
the
your
shirt.
corner.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, where do we start? Cowboys offense versus Atlanta's defense. I guess we probably need to start with someone wound up on the COVID list.
Yeah, well, you just mentioned kickers. Is this a problem at all? Just a blessing in disguise.
You know what? I don't want to say anything.
Stop it, Kurt.
I don't want to say anything negative. I took a poll of people that work here on this side, not over on the players or coach side. I took a poll, and And people were lukewarm. They didn't care one way or the other. So that tells me that your kicker is not as solid as we would like them to be. And when they told me, I have no feelings one way or the other. I mean, one as good as the other. Just score touchdowns.
Who are they bringing in here?
It sounds like there are two guys from training camp, Maher, and then the other kid and he's got some funky name. I apologize, I can't remember it, but
he was pretty good if I remember at camp, wasn't he?
Both of them, Maher got hurt, and so they both. I mean, I'm sure they both can do the job. So
make sure we get the extra point after we score the touchdowns. That's all I'm asking.
Just go for 2 every time.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
It seems like we keep going for it on 4th down anyways. What do we need a kicker, right?
Yeah.
Shoreline is 91% on extra points this year.
Is that good?
That's not good.
It's not good?
No.
Need to be 99.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So we'll see how it plays out. So see if anybody else ends
That
up
was a
on this
great
list.
conversation.
Yeah.
That was
It's
exciting.
always fun to talk about kickers.
This is when we need Jesse, because he would find a way to make the kicker important. He really would.
Kickers are important now.
Yeah, they are. Especially when they
slamming.
miss.
Kurt's got a question from Gio. Long-time
Gio.
listener.
Yeah, he
Gio.
tweeted this yesterday, and I want to get I think I know your opinion, Nate, but I'd like to get you guys' thoughts anyway. He was saying, does this loss last week, because it came kind of early, riding high, is it better for the players or coaches in terms of affecting them? I mean, does it kind of bring the players down to earth? Does it give coaches a little bit more reason to, hey, let's listen to them, that type of thing?
It makes the good ones refocus, and that's what I've been preaching all week on everything that I've been a part of. It makes the good teams refocus and see where they're at and what they've been doing. If anything that you did different during the week of preparation, because what football players like is routine, And so if you can give a player a routine, if he knows what's coming, if he knows what's expected from his coaching staff, and more importantly from himself and the training staff, because training staff is big in these days in sports, you normally can perform. But something was missing as a team last week. We saw it with our quarterback. We saw it a little bit with our receivers. They wasn't sharp. They wasn't on the same page. The running backs, I think they were okay. I think, Zeke got a little hurt, but Tony Pollard was running hard. Zeke was running hard. So, but mostly with the rest of the guys, they were out of whack. And then they ran the ball. They really ran the ball on us. And so what I'm always concerned about is the middle of our defense. But this week, a lot of people said, well, they was running away from Gregory. Well, the way I saw it, they was getting 100 yards, 190 yards, regardless of which way they went. So we didn't play good defense. And I'm always say this right here. It's one thing you have to go into a game focused on. If it's going to be that we're going to stop the run, we have to stop the run, and we have to sell out for it. And we didn't sell out for it last week. So
you know who else it was good for, Kurt?
What's that?
The fans. You know why?
Why?
Because I think they're getting a little cocky.
No, it ain't never good for the fans.
No,
it ain't never good for the fans.
But here's the deal: this team has made it look so easy this year that you forget it's hard to win football games in the NFL.
No, it's not.
What?
It is.
It's easy to win football games in the NFL.
I'm saying what I'm trying to say is, it is. See, this is the thing about winning. We have had, and I was telling Caden Gates, one of our producers, we have not had, if we're going on a scale of 1 to 10, we have had a bunch of 5 and 6, and maybe we reached a 7. We have not had an 8. We have not had an 8.
What are you talking about?
An 8. I'm talking about win. From a scale. Performance, yeah.
Okay. Like an 8 out of 10?
Yeah. No. If we go from 1 to 10 on performance, we have forgotten that we have won close games week in and week out. We have Dak has brought us through. Diggs has brought us through. We have not went out and blown anybody out.
Yes, we have.
There's bad teams.
Cool.
Look at the first half of Carolina. Did it take us a minute to get going?
We blew them out.
It's a full game.
Full game, 4 quarters.
See, and you're acting like that fan that you're talking about.
I'm not. I'm speaking facts.
What team, and Chris help me here, what team have we just, from the opening kickoff?
Giants.
Please, man.
44-20. Eagles.
Yeah, you're looking at the
21.
end. You're looking at the end score. You're looking at the. You're not looking at how the team is playing. You're looking at the end score.
Isn't that part of the game, though? Good teams wear down the ones that hang for a little while.
It has been.
I would argue that you blew out the Eagles. I would argue that you blew out the Giants. The Panthers, I'll give you that. The Chargers, I'll give you that. The Patriots, that was close.
They're up 20-7 on the Eagles at halftime.
Okay, at the time when we were playing the Chargers, were they a good team?
Yeah.
How did that game go?
That one was close. You blown 2 teams out. You're saying they haven't blown anyone out. They blew 2 teams out.
No. You looking at the blowouts. I'm looking at how the game transpired.
But you said they haven't blown anyone out.
They have not had an 8 performance, and I'm sticking to that.
I don't disagree with that, but they have blown 2 teams out. I'm taking I'm standing on the table. I will fight you.
You are the fan that you just tried to tell.
I am not. I'm speaking
yes, you
facts.
Are. You are the fan.
Whose side you on, Kurt?
I'm on yours.
You're on your side.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jesse gone. He's going to jump with you.
I will fight you today.
You can fight
my
me
birthday.
tooth
I
and
will
nail.
fight you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
I don't understand. I mean, part of the game is you wear them down. The good teams wear them down.
I do not have a problem with that, Kurt. I promise you. But at some point, this offense and this defense, which I'm still hoping that it could gel, they're going to have 1 or 2 games where y'all going to come in and say, why did the other team even show up? I'm serious. You're going to come in, and I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Where you're going to walk in and say, man, why did this team, why are we even here this week? Why are we even fighting for the $10? We haven't had that. We haven't even had, I'm telling you, we haven't had that game yet, fellas. I think this team, if our guys can mature, especially defensively, mature to a point where we know where they're going with that run, y'all gonna come in one week. Y'all gonna be like,
I wonder, can our defense do that at this point? Can they mature to this point with the players they have? Because you're talking about once the offense gets rolling, it takes something away from the the defense has to worry about. It's just the pass.
Shannon.
I don't know what he's
Shannon.
there.
Yeah. That's from our boss, Derek Eagleton. He said Bucky is sticking with the winners. I understand. I'm telling you, go back. I'm not saying we haven't blown teams out,
right,
but the way we have done it and the fashion we've done it and it's hard to explain. You have to see it because the Shannon say, this is good for the fans. I'm like, no, it's not.
It's really not.
It's not good.
I was being sarcastic.
And I know you were. But I'm telling you, we're going to have that game where it ain't going to be a missed field goal or how the first half went or this, that, and that. We're going to be like, this is the best game they've played up to
So
date.
you're saying, you're in a nutshell, you're saying
I want an 8 performance at least once or twice before we get into the playoffs. Right now.
But you're saying they've done this good and they haven't even scratched their potential.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm telling you, even though the Rams have had an ugly loss, perfect team. I'm going to give you the perfect team. I promise you, the Cardinals have had that game. And it was against the Rams about 2 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, where they say, this is who they can really be. And if they play like this in the playoffs, wow. We haven't had that.
Have we had it offensively?
We've scratched at it, yes. But I'm talking about where
special teams, defense,
yes,
offense.
sir. We haven't had that. And it's leading up to this. The candy store is wide open. I'm telling you, man, Toys R Us is ready right now with the Atlanta Falcons.
The Falcons is the cure.
I think Toys R Us went bankrupt, but
they did. But you know what? We're gonna bankrupt the Falcons.
Yeah.
We're gonna take the Mercedes-Benz Dome and bring it to Texas.
You're scaring me because we said that last week.
No, I did not say that.
Oh, I don't know. I think we all were talking about Denver ain't got nothing. We're gonna beat them.
Kurt, I will continue to say. We disrespected Coach Vic, what his name, Fangio. And I kept saying, y'all, we ain't giving him no credit. We ain't giving him no credit. He's a defensive-minded coach. If no other game, he circled the Cowboys. If I can get my team going, more like this team here with Coach Arthur Smith, if I'm pronouncing it right, out of the last 5 games, they won 3. Yeah. His team is starting to peak. His team is starting to find themselves. We had a baby boo-boo last week, but the candy store is open, fellas.
I don't know.
I'm telling you.
I guess I'm hesitant now because we were so confident last week against Denver, and now you got a team.
That's Nate and Jesse's fault. I still blame them.
Now you got a team coming in that just won in New Orleans, which is never easy.
Against Trevor Siemian.
Right, I know.
Come on,
they're
Kurt.
not the same, obviously, but
Denver had won the week before against a sorry team too. I'm telling you, Dak. I watched Dak warm up last week, and he didn't pop his hips enough. This week here, he's gonna pop his hips.
He didn't pop.
I guess
he
didn't pop, and he ain't.
I just hope that whole taking them lightly, not having the
owner said there was lackadaisical.
Yeah, not bringing matching force with force.
There it is.
Hope
I
those
like
days
that.
are done.
I'm telling you, when this team, they're gonna hit it defensively. They're going to hit it offensively. They're going to hit it special teams. And because and this is where the defense got to catch up, and this is where our special teams got to be a little bit more solid. I'm waiting on that game. I'm waiting where I can walk in here, man, and just be sitting here just dazing. I want to be in a daze because that's how good they've played. Where, with Jesse, I'll be like, hey, keep talking, Jesse. Keep talking.
I fully expect, and I'm interested to see how Dak responds. Not only I don't expect him to have 2 back-to-back bad games, and the leader that he's turned into, I don't expect him to let the team have 2 back-to-back bad games because that was just a bad game. I mean,
that's all it was.
You're going to have those, right? Like unless you're the 2000 whatever Patriots where you went undefeated. I mean, you're going to have a bad game. You just hope the team across from you has a worse game than you do whenever you have that bad game. But I don't expect them to have a back-to-back bad game. I just don't. I think they'll snap out of it.
Yeah.
And if not, then it's going to be a crappy show next week. Let's take our first break. We come back, we'll talk more Cowboys offense and Atlanta defense.
Whoever they are
on the People Show. Derek, thanks for listening, by the way. Hanging with the boys.
Honey, big news.
Gary, are you okay?
Oh, I'm not Gary anymore. I'm Jackie Flash.
What?
See, I want the latest smartphone, but the best deals are only for new customers. So, to get a new customer deal, I changed my name to Jackie Flash.
Okay, but the best smartphone deals at AT&T are for everyone, new and existing customers.
That's huge. Then guess who's getting a deal?
Is it Jackie Flash?
Jackie Flash.
It's not complicated. At AT&T, our best smartphone deals are for everyone. Restrictions apply. Visit att.com for details.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
The Cowboys way, where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships shows us what success looks like. Where turkey is always the second best part of Thanksgiving Day. Where we are all defined by one single thing, the star. Where we as fans know it's our job to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way.
Copyright 2020, Bank of America Corporation.
How great would it be to travel to watch the Cowboys win on another team's turf? Pretty great. But honestly, just watching the game from anywhere but your house would be fun. Even a hotel bar with some guy named Phil from St. Louis who thinks Oakland still has a team. So whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Rowdy does stuff for money. Rowdy's holiday deliveries are now available. Spread joy this holiday season with surprises and exclusive gifts from your favorite mascot. Book your holiday delivery today at DallasCowboys.com/Rowdy. Get him to do stuff for money.
He coming over for your birthday?
Might have a little
night with Rowdy?
Might have a little something scheduled later on with Rowdy. Might have a little date with Rowdy later today.
Right.
So shout out also to Jack Black, the official skincare sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. I just got our Jack Black order in my office today and haven't had time to go through the boxes. So I will be distributing you guys some Jack Black product, and we will all smell and look amazing.
Nice. Nate's
this
got
week on the show.
Got some people agreeing with you on Twitter here. So
Yeah. Let's shout that out. Go ahead on.
yeah,
Oh, man.
Philippe in France. He's saying he gets what you're saying. And Matt Mailman Phil, he says Dallas hadn't had a performance like Denver had against us last Sunday.
Now I don't disagree with that. I do not disagree with that.
Yep.
All right. Oh, and by the way, send Jesse your thoughts.
Yes,
and prayers
sir.
on
Yes,
Twitter.
sir.
I mean, nothing's wrong with him. He just it's probably got something to do with school, is why he's not here. But let's just blow his Twitter up. Just tweet him and tell him thoughts and prayers with you, and let's just keep the joke going.
Yeah, and if you have anything about someone sitting on a porch by themselves, make sure he receives it.
Yeah, just send him a GIF or something of some lonely child on a porch somewhere.
Yeah.
So there you go. Jesse, we miss you. So, Kurt, you know what? It's my birthday. I think I'm going to take the rest of the show off. Why don't you drive the bus?
No.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Why would you take the rest of the show off to only go into meetings?
Exactly.
I'm not taking the show off, but I don't want to host. I want to play. I want to be a
Kurt. You want to be Kurt? You want to be quiet?
I'll play Jesse today. I'll get really loud and excited.
I will say Shannon held a meeting today, and it was quick and efficient. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have any more long-ass meetings on my birthday.
God. I hear you. Probably got one coming.
Anybody bring you a birthday cake? Your staff?
I didn't let anyone know it was my birthday. I quit counting years ago. I don't count anymore. They don't matter.
As soon as I took a seat in there with Doug, hey, today is Shannon's birthday.
Everybody seems to know.
And then they told me it was Coach's birthday. I'm like,
Was your mom's birthday yesterday?
My mom?
Yeah.
No, hers is in June or July. Don't get me in trouble there. June or July? June the 6th, I believe.
Well, I wanted to ask this question. We've talked before about how you lose. In the past, the Cowboys would lose one guy and they just fall apart. Sean Lee comes to mind, that sort of thing. Any risk of that with Tyron Smith? Could be out a little bit. I mean, all time, when he's not in the lineup, team is 79. Or when he's in the lineup, the team is 79-61. When he's out of the lineup, and this includes times with Dak in there, the team is 13-15.
He is an important piece, and I think we have realized that. But this team is much better. This team is much better. I mean, not without him. We become a great offensive line with him. We become a great offensive line with the right guard, Zach Martin. We are a great offensive line. If either one of those guys go out, we become an average offensive line. That means that the offensive line coach and offensive coordinator have to work a little bit more to make sure we fill those gaps. Normally, your quarterback is the biggest gap filler because he can get the ball out, he can make things happen, he can read things a little bit better and change plays. But other than that, right there, you have to grind. You have to grind. You may become a better, more of a run team to try to keep things right. You may become more of a play-action pass, a guy where you sprint the quarterback out on both sides, so these guys won't get locked in on. You heard Coach McCarthy say that Lyle has to really get it going this week, and that they expected that from Steele. Like I told y'all, going over there, you dancing with a whole different – over here you can deal with a bear. Over here, you got a mixture of polar bear and Kodiak. And both of them real big, and they got ballerina shoes on. You know what I'm saying? So when you're on that left side, you have to do it. But you saw where that kid kept his form. He kept his form. My man, Lyle, struggled a little bit. He didn't have his form early in the game. But he will have it this week because now he has film. But the bad thing is Atlanta has film.
What's the diagnosis on Tyron right now?
Well, they haven't really said, but with bone spurs, I mean, McCarthy said it's kind of up to his pain threshold, which, last time he played, he tried and left early. So I don't know how you fix that without surgery. Bone spurs just don't go away, I don't think. So
see you when I see you.
What's that mean?
We'll see him when we see him. See, the thing is, and that good thing I like about Coach Philman and these guys is they not playing that game. Whereas we they would want to expand on it. You heard what he said in his press conference. We're not going down that road. How we finish the game is how we'll start this week. So that means left guard, left tackle is still.
So this is what we got for the near future.
Yeah. And if you listen to his press conference, he was on point. He didn't have a lot of joke time, and that's a mark of a good coach. It's like because some players are their friends and family, they'll watch what the coach is saying to see if they friend or family member name comes up. He was on point. He was going forward, and he didn't have a lot of time for the joke time until they said you and his birthday was on the same day.
But Atlanta doesn't have much of a defensive line, right? I mean,
they got Grady Jarrett.
Grady Jarrett's their only guy.
They got Dante Jones at the linebacker. They got another guy, I can't pronounce his name.
Odekintubo.
Fosade Olukon.
Ade Ogundegi.
I'm glad you messing it up and not me.
Yeah.
And
the pronunciation guide. Ade Ogundegi.
Yeah, they have guys. Like I say, Dante Jones and Grady Jarrett is your bigger names, and then they got on the back end they got AJ Terrell, guys. They got guys that can make plays.
What's it like facing a guy like Grady Jarrett? Is 305 pounds, but he's only 6 foot.
But
what's it like facing kind of little fire?
He's an athlete. He's a little athlete, and you have to lean on him. You have to make sure that he knows you are there. Play him with force. He'll play a lot over our left guard. He'll play a lot of our left guard. I heard Coach mention McGovern. We've been very competitive, So he mentioned McGovern, but he left it there. This guy deserves playing time. That's why we've found ways to get him on the field. So I don't know what that means. Take it with a grain of salt.
He must not. McGovern just must not be better than Williams because he's been here for 2 or 3 years now and hasn't gotten in the lineup.
Before Broadus took off into bigger and better things at the
flagship
station, he just said that they loved Connor Williams. Mm-hmm. And he left it at that. He's like, they love Connor Williams. I love Connor Williams.
He gets graded high.
I know for 70, if they do their normal between 68 and 70 plays, which they only did 57 last week, it's going to be 3 or 4 plays where you be like, oh. But those other plays you'll be like, yeah.
That's what kind of sucks for linemen. They, like you said, 98% of their plays are good, but. Yeah, Pro Football Focus has Williams as the 14th best guard in the league.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the dude is bulldogish. He don't quit. He ain't the most physical guy, but it's something to be said when he gonna give you his all. He gonna give you his all. And we have a center the same way. He's going to give you his all. A lot of guys don't do that. A lot of guys just survive. These guys, they do a little bit more than survive. They just a little bit better than that survival guy, Danny McCray. And so
McGovern's allergic to sleeves.
Really? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Never wears them?
Shows up at the plane with cut off shirt with the sleeves cut out of it.
Got to show off them guns.
Doesn't even have a windsuit jacket on, just letting them hang out. If I had guns like that, I probably would too, man.
You do, man. You ought to show them.
Cut the sleeves out of the sport coat.
That's right.
Maybe I'll do that tomorrow.
You worried at all about Zeke, that knee?
Nah, I don't think so. Not
you.
Well, they said they gave a few guys veteran day off. It's certain.
Well, they called it an ankle injury on the broadcast, and then you looked on the sideline and his knees wrapped up.
Yeah,
so
he had
it's both, right?
Well, I don't. They said he was putting a heating pad on his knee to keep it warm. So.
During training camp, I really understand Veterans Days off, but during the football season, I I don't understand it.
That wasn't a thing back in your day, huh?
Nah, and you know what? That shouldn't be a thing today. You either can practice or you can't practice. If you can't practice, get over there with Mr. Brown. Get over there with a trainer or a strength coach.
Go to the asthma field.
No, don't do that. I mean, you want to step out the door. Don't go to the asthma field. But these guys have been great. Our offense, man. This is what's funny, is we went from averaging 70 plays a game to 58 last week, 57. We went from 32 minutes, 31 minutes a game down to 18:48. So we went from at least being a 48 to 50% guy on third down to we dropped down to 5 for 13.
Yeah.
We know we were 0 for. We did 4 fourth downs and we're 0 for. We was
I wanted to ask you
that ought to
guys
tell
about
you that we wasn't in sync.
Do they? I understand the analytics are that, but I mean they're not doing it. They have one of the worst power rate success by football outsiders, but. Do they need to maybe rethink that a little bit? They're not having great success. I mean, what are on going for fourth down? They're
here's
27th in the NFL on fourth down.
Here's my problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. I have a problem. The only problem I have is I would like to see them get in a game groove first. And I feel like when they went out there and they did it on the first drive. On their side, was it on their side of the field? It was close to the 50.
Yeah, just on the other side of the 50.
Yeah. To me, that was a momentum, and it set the tone. It took the wind out of, the crowd and the momentum. If you were going to build any momentum, it just immediately stopped.
Big kicker.
I don't have a problem with them going for it. In fact, I like them going for it and being aggressive with the way this offense is playing. But to start the game, I would like them to get a drive or two under their belt.
You like for them to play by the numbers. They call it playing by the numbers.
Yeah.
But
play field advantage in the first couple
this is
of
the
series.
Advantage. This is the advantage that Coach McCarthy and his staff has on us. They saw what was going on that field during the week.
Yeah,
and they needed something. They thought they had it.
And if anybody, and we talked about on the show, if anybody has a pulse on this team and the players and knows the team, McCarthy's that guy. I think he really understands his guys and his team. So if he felt like he knew something, saw something, I'm not going to question him. So I'm with you, Nate. They saw something.
Yeah, he saw something because besides Dak, everybody else is Dak is man, I had a good practice. I did what I was supposed to do. But a lot of other guys man, it just something was missing. We didn't have it. Okay, and Coach tried not once but twice to get y'all going. And like I said, as the game went on, I know we're not talking about our defense, but even the young guy Parsons, he wasn't coming downhill stinging folks, all during the game. So. And they had to start getting him into the groove. So,
well, because Denver's guys were that they disrespected us. They were, that's all disrespect. And then Fangio was if you don't get him, it hurts, and we were the beneficiary of that hurt. So I wondered, if you're not having success on fourth downs, or again they're 27th in the league, do you keep going to that well?
Well, they wasn't going. They know, good basketball teams. All we need to do is make 1 3. And once that one falls, they're going to keep falling. And that's what they felt. If we get one of these fourth downs, if we score 6 or 7 points, we coming.
Right.
But Denver kept, at the biggest moments, at the biggest of times, they made the plays. And I'm telling you, fellas, we laughed about it, but I kept saying, we giving Coach Fangio no respect, none whatsoever. We laughed about it. He wasn't laughing. All
right, let's take our last break. When we come back, more Cowboys, Falcons. Send Jesse your thoughts and prayers on Twitter.
He's on the porch for some reason.
Even though nothing's wrong with him, Jesse's fine. But let him know you're thinking about him today. Just hit him up on Twitter. It's
I guess he's just reminiscing about the porch.
We assume he's fine. We don't know why he's not here.
At Mr. Fourth and Long. We don't because he doesn't give us that kind of information. But, just let him know you're thinking about him.
I ain't going to be here today, fellas. Have a great show.
I'm out today.
Yeah,
I'm out today, man. Forget y'all.
An hour and a half before the show. Yep. All right, we will be right back on The People Show, hanging with the boys.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Honey, big news.
Gary, are you okay?
Oh, I'm not Gary anymore. I'm Jackie Flash.
What?
See, I want the latest smartphone, but the best deals are only for new customers. So, to get a new customer deal, I changed my name to Jackie Flash.
Okay, but the best smartphone deals at AT&T are for everyone, new and existing customers.
That's huge. Then guess who's getting a deal?
Is it Jackie Flash?
Jackie Flash.
It's not complicated. At AT&T, our best smartphone deals are for everyone. Restrictions apply. Visit att.com for details.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hi, I'm Clint Tillison with...
And I'm Jay Novacek, and we're both with...
United Ag and Turf, the official tractor provider of the Dallas Cowboys.
So, if you need a tractor to bale some hay, a mower to cut some grass, or a gator to get some chores done...
Get a John Deere at United Ag and Turf.
And then, let's get to work.
Hey, Jay, that's my line.
Well, not today.
Get to work with a John Deere tractor package that's just right for you and your budget. Visit UnitedAgAndTurf.com.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Oh, okay. Can I go now?
Go now, Kurt.
All right. Sorry. Hey, celebrate 60 years of America's Sweethearts as we take you back through the glitz and glamour of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. The official 2021 Dallas Cowboys cheerleader edition of Star Magazine is offering the complete history of the often imitated, never equaled Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Visit Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Sorry, Dallas. You should have read this.
This was a mistake.
DallasCowboys.com/star to get yours today, and you'll complete 60 years of the cheerleaders is the complete history.
I let
of it all.
Kurt read it because Kurt.
Well, you could talk to Mickey.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I butchered that.
You're responsible for that magazine.
Obviously, I'm better at writing than I am speaking.
What is that magazine?
It's just a look. It's our annual cheerleaders magazine. This year we're taking a look back at their history. It's 60 years.
Normally the swimsuit issue, right?
Normally the swimsuit issue. They didn't have a swimsuit shoot this year, but it worked out well because, again, this is their 60th anniversary, and we were able to go back and all the way back to 1961 and some of them.
Tell me something cool that I don't know about the cheerleaders with their
cool.
history.
It's something. Wow, put me on the spot there.
Or anything that you found interesting when you were doing the magazine. Oh God, never mind.
They're well coordinated.
They are well coordinated. I mean, it is. You know, so often they're seen as just a pretty face, but I mean, those girls work hard.
Oh, they work their butts off, man.
They are smart. I mean, it's not just with the cheerleaders. Most of them are either in college or working on jobs that are not just sitting around serving tables or something. They're smart.
Well, you just making it
smart
worse.
girls.
What would move on?
Kurt,
Stop. All right. They didn't go find them off the street, right, Kurt?
Right. They work hard. It's impressive.
He just offended every server in the country.
I apologize. I'll just turn off my mic.
At least it ain't the football team you reckon.
I got one for you.
Give me time.
What you got, Chris?
Did you know the cheerleaders started out as a male-female group called the Cowbells and the Cowboys?
Almost true. They started out as all girls. All girls originally, then they added boys in the late 60s, and they got rid of them.
And they began in 1960 during the Cowboys' inaugural season.
No, 1961 was all girls. The boys didn't come along until about 65, 66.
Well, that's something you need to get checked out on Wikipedia there, Shannon, in your little segment you do.
Wow.
Yeah, if we ever have Kelly on the show, I'll drop that in there.
Please.
So,
yeah, don't drop it on her when she get here. Drop it on her before where she could do her research.
Yeah. The Wikipedia segment's taken off. I had people reach out to me about that and tell me
Dude,
how
I
they enjoyed
love
it.
that segment, by the way. I listen to it
On Monday nights with Brad Sham. So I'll pull the curtain back a little bit here. I co-host with Brad on Cowboys Hour. In our first show, I can't remember who we had on the show. Maybe it was J. Ron Curse or somebody. I don't remember who the first show was. But I had never hosted with Brad. It's Brad's show. Mm-hmm. I didn't know what to do. Brad's driving the bus. I didn't really have a lot of information about anything. So I just went to Wikipedia because I knew nothing about the player that we had on or anything. And I printed out the Wikipedia page. And I told Brad, I said, hey, at some point, I got something for the show. It might have been the second or third show that I did it on. And so it turned into a Wikipedia fact check that I do every Monday night. And it's kind of interesting because you can talk about high school and say, hey, is this right? And you can slip stuff in there that you normally wouldn't throw out there and blame it on Wikipedia and then say, hey, is this, tell me if this is right or wrong. And then I go through it and then I throw in one random fact. I think this week Cooper Rush, the random fact that wasn't true was he was a Gerber baby model when he was 2.5 years old, and it makes for a joke. But it's really interesting because I found out Cooper Rush rushed for, threw for 7 touchdowns in a bowl game, and he was the first. So it's kind of an interesting segment that kind of gets into stuff you normally wouldn't talk about. So
the one with McCarthy was pretty funny too.
It was funny. I said that he was. It said on his Wikipedia page that he was a 2-time. Wisconsin State clogging championship champion.
And he looked at you.
And he tilted his head and then he said if it would have been like Irish dancing or something like that, maybe so, but definitely not that. And I was like, okay, so yeah. So anyway, there we go. We got 3 minutes left. Kurt, what are we talking about?
Oh, I don't know.
Host away. You're killing this show. You're killing it. No, in a good way. You're killing it.
Yeah, exactly. Lies. Well, I'd asked you guys, is Deion Jones still their best guy out there?
Yeah.
What's he bring? How do you stop that guy?
You know what? He's their best guy, and I do not mean this in a bad way, but he can be blocked one-on-one. You just have to know what gets him over the top is he's a tweener between safety and a linebacker, but he's lightning quick. He can run plays down. He's the type of guy you like to blitz. He can get back into coverage, okay? He's just an all-around good athlete, and you have to know how to use him. And I've watched enough film to see if they're using him right. I think he has a couple of sacks, stuff like that, but 46 tackles.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of tackles, top 10 in tackles or something.
Yeah,
like that.
So it's 3 QB hurries, man. 1 forced fumble. 3 pass defense. So he does everything for this team.
What about AJ Terrell? He's ranked 4th among corners of Pro Football Focus.
Man, I don't know much about him, man.
Yeah,
I know that they give up a lot of yards.
Yeah,
they've lost, but like I say, they've won the last 3 or 4 games out of 3 games out of 5. So. Coach Smith they're finding their rhythm, but can they come to Dallas and keep their rhythm, or can we break that rhythm and start us a new rhythm? So,
went to New Orleans and broke some rhythm.
Huh?
They went to New Orleans and won. It worries me a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those games are, that division. That's one of those division games where you see each other so often and crazy stuff happens. It's like us with Washington. Like Washington can be hot trash and something weird's going to happen.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm not.
You're not worried?
I'm not. But I will say this: I'm not worried, but I will be extremely worried if they drop 2 in a row to mediocre teams back to back at home. I will be. I don't know if I'll be sounding the alarm, but I'll put it this way: it'll tighten up a little bit.
Yeah.
What about you, Nate?
The thing is the good teams, and we talked about this before. The good teams coming back. They're not gonna fall twice to it. I'm not saying the game will be a blowout or they're gonna be, but the good team's gonna win this game.
Yeah.
And I think Dallas has a good team. They're gonna win this game. They should win this game because you are better than this team. As a lot of you guys say about the losing, I guess that makes you refocus. I just think it makes you look at what you need to do and get back to the old ways. But it gets you going again. Ain't no way the Cowboys should lose this game. Not maybe the next week or the following week, but not this here.
Yeah.
This should, like I say, this should be like just running through a candy store, man. A bull in a candy store, man. Just picking up candy wherever you want.
Mickey had a quote from Babe Laufenberg in one of his stories, and Babe's quote said that I'm worried because I'm not worried.
Kind of like last week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
well, y'all need to start listening to Nate more and not listen to other folks.
That's true.
All right, you know what? I'm going to be really mad at you, real mad Monday, if you talk me into not being worried 2 weeks in a row.
Come on.
We
If
lose
you
both
worried,
of them.
come on. This team here, come on.
That's what you said last week.
No, I did not say. I did not say that last week. I'm gonna keep repeating it.
Chris, go back and pull the
give
tape.
Him 2 points instead of 1. 2-point win instead of 1 point win.
Chris, go back and
And
pull
even
the
if
tape.
I did say something similar to that, I asked y'all about one coach, and I kept the head coach, Coach Fangio. I'm like, y'all are disrespecting this man. Y'all don't, but it's okay.
I think
Now Arthur Smith, I don't care. Quote me. If we can't beat these guys, wow, for real. They got one running back that plays wide receiver. That's a kick returner. One guy. They got a quarterback that's in his elderly years. And I'm not saying Ryan can't beat you, but come on, they got one half a receiver out there. No, sir. Come on, fellas. They defense ain't bringing no heat. Man, They had to call out the National Guards to stop the Carolina Panthers from rushing on them 2 weeks ago.
Guaranteed
They
lock
barely slowed down a fresh Ingram and Kamara last week. Come on now. We got Zeke. We got Tony Pollard. Our offensive line will have another week to work together. Man, please.
He's selling it.
Bro,
what were you saying, Chris?
I was going to say, I believe last week he said that the Denver offensive line was poo-poo. You said something to the fact.
Yeah, they weren't very good, and this team here coming up ain't very good either.
And
I am saying
almost 200 yards against.
I am saying you will have a bump in the road, but 2 against teams, no, not.
Right.
Come on, man, believe in the star, baby.
You heard it.
Believe in the star.
You heard it here. All right, I hope you're right,
believe
Nate.
in
I don't
Nate's
want.
scouting skills.
I do too. I don't want to come in.
Y'all
here
listened to
upset.
Jesse last week and it got you.
I don't want to
y'all. They were the booty juice without the juice and all of this last week. I wasn't talking like that.
All right, I got to go to lunch. I got to go
Happy
have
birthday.
a birthday lunch. Thanks, Kurt.
Happy
Good
birthday,
seeing you.
man.
Nate, thanks. Good seeing
You
you.
have fun tonight.
I will.
Jesse, come on back, man,
Chris.
so you can tell these boys what I've been telling them.
Tune in tonight and see me and Nate do that show tonight.
That show with that win.
Chris, thanks for keeping us on the air. Thanks for the birthday music. Aaron, thanks for creeping on Chris. William, thanks for keeping us online. Although someone did say our podcast is not up from yesterday on the app, so check that out for us. Derek, thanks for supporting us and getting us one extra viewer today and listening to the show. The People Show will be back tomorrow. Hanging with the boys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!